Welcome back to the 7th round of AMA Motocross action. After the first 125 Moto, Robbie Raynard won it. Ricky Carmichael might not have won the Moto, but he picked up a couple of more points on John Dowd in that points race battle. Let's go down to Davey Coombs, who's with the spoiler from that opening Moto.
As we're down here on the starting gate, getting ready for the start of the second 125 Moto with the first Moto winner, Robbie Raynard. Robbie, how'd you feel at the end of the Moto? It looked like Carmichael was catching a little bit.
Yeah, I feel good. You know, usually my second Moto I'm stronger, so I'm ready to go out and hopefully get a little bit better start, so I don't have to ride quite as hard and maybe just do another Moto win.
How much do you think the lines will have changed?
I'm sure they've changed quite a bit. You know, the track gets pretty rough here, so you know the lines change a little bit, but I have some pretty good lines out there. I'm sure some of the people weren't taken, so hopefully I can use them again.
Element of surprise gone this time around. Jimmy Button, who went down early, rubbing the back tire of John Dowd, finished 14th in that first Moto. But Ricky Carmichael, the look of determination on his face. Let's take a look at last year's highlights. Kevin Windham was just on fire. In both Motos, he got the whole shot. In both Motos, he took the checkered flag. Here's the end of Moto number 1. Moto 2, of course, out in front. Got lots of pressure, though, from some veterans like Steve Lamson. Lamson would take second overall in the Unadilla race last year. Number 70, Ricky Carmichael, his rookie year. He won the championship, but he did not win Unadilla, David.
No, he had all kinds of problems dropping into the gravity cavity, getting sideways behind Lamson, and later in the Moto, dropping it here in the back section. And because he's a little bit shorter rider, he has a tough time getting the bike back upright, while Kevin Windham heel-clicked his way to a flawless day.
Getting ready for the start of Moto number 2 now. That's Robbie Raynard, our winner in the first Moto. The cart is sideways. The gate will drop at any moment. And we're almost set to go to see if Ricky Carmichael can bounce back. You see him there on the line. And they're off. Moto 2 underway. From Unadilla, New York, John Dowd once again. His team Yamaha 125 putting him out in front. Brock Sellard's a good start. But John Dowd takes the lead. There's Ricky Carmichael. Casey Johnson moving into second, number 20. Carmichael's teammate. Carmichael slips back to 4th. And some back markers going through the hay bales. Can't quite pick up their numbers from here.
This guy's going to try to get restarted. Look at his handlebars. They're bent up. Both the levers are bent up.
You can see there where they sprinkled water around to keep the dust down a little bit. But it is really a perfect day compared to last year.
Last year, a lot drier. They had to put a lot of water down, so you go from mud to dust. Here, it's a little more consistent. Carmichael trying to work his way around the outside.
The battles for second place right now with Ricky Carmichael and Casey Johnson. Johnson giving way. Carmichael moves into second. He's got the target on the back of John Dowd. Dowd, he's got to hold on here. Whoa, into the inside. Easy move for Carmichael.
Well, he planned that. You could just see it coming. Carmichael positioned himself rather on the outside, into that corner, squared back across, and Dowd stayed wide too long. Left the door wide open.
Deja vu from the first Moto. Carmichael taking the early lead away from Dowd, and Raynard back in 10th.
I don't know if Raynard's got it in both Motos. He says he's stronger in the second Moto, but by looking at his results so far this year, his first Moto finishes have been great. The second Moto's been horrible. Here's another look at Carmichael's pass. Came in from the outside, squared it off a little bit sooner. Dowd just found himself out in no man's land. Just about got that rear tire clipping his front tire. They both could have gone down.
Back to our regular action now is John Dowd in second place, is being chased by Casey Johnson. Yeah, to illustrate that fact, David, that you just said in the opener, he had an 8 and a 36. Then in the second race, a 4 and 36. We're speaking of Robbie Raynard. Then a 2 and 35. Then a 2 and a DNF. So at the beginning of the season, he was not that strong in second Motos. But we'll see if Robbie Raynard can make another charge here in this one. John Dowd is losing ground to Carmichael.
Yeah, this is really difficult surface to ride on, and it's what gave Carmichael a lot of problems last year, going from that nice Unadilla loam into the sections they've watered. It's so slippery through there. You get all covered with mud. It's just unpleasant to ride in. There you see Raynard, much better start this time.
Already up to 5th. In back of Casey, Lionel goes down.
Trying to turn right there in that watered stuff. Gets so slippery where they apply the water. That's a slick section of the rock base. All that loam gets pushed to the outside. You want to come in there a little wider and turn in that loam, cut across those slick spots.
Honda of Troy's Casey Lionel. will have to pick it up now from 9th or 10th. As we take a look at Robbie Raynard, who once again is in a groove.
Still looking good, still gaining time, passing people. But Carmichael's going to be a lot more serious this moto and expect his arrival late in the moto.
Carmichael's already stepped it up. And his teammate Nicholas Way has moved into 5th. Moto number 2 of 125 action from Unadilla, New York. Robbie Raynard winning the first moto. Ricky Carmichael taking 2nd. But Ricky Carmichael is out in front in this one with John Dowd hounding him for 2nd place. Here we see Jimmy Button as we move back in the pack in the battle for 5th.
You know, Button would have been up there making it a good battle the first moto too. He had not made that mistake early. Been riding good, just had a lot of times with consistency. He's learning.
Nick Way, number 67 in 5th, trying to hold that position down with the hard-charging Jimmy Button. Button, Chaparral, Yamaha. Nick Way, Pro Circuit, Spitfire. Button to the inside.
That was real nice.
Yeah, real good.
Just
Boy, he's getting a lot of rebound on that.
Yeah, it's rough through there. That's why those guys are, it's a corner, really, a long, continuous left-hand corner. They're standing up all the way through. They're dodging those rocks and working that suspension through the holes. Button just had a better line down the inside.
Look at this, number 9, John Dowd wants to retake that points lead. He is hounding Ricky Carmichael, putting some real pressure on Carmichael. Down to the inside on that sweeper. Carmichael trying Robbie Raynard's line. Cuts to the inside, but Dowd holding on. Kenny. Back and forth, we're going for first place. Ricky Carmichael's got the inside edge. Down to the outside. Down into the gravity cavity and up and over. Carmichael to the inside. Boy, pick your line.
That's what's beautiful about Unadilla. There's so much room out here on this racetrack. You get about 1 or 2 sections of this entire track that are one line. This is one of those sections right here. Uh-oh.
He got some of the banner in his back wheel. I don't know if it actually caught on the axle or not, whether it'll affect his rear brake, but it's out of there now, it looks like. Ricky Carmichael with a little bit of a lead now on John Dowd. It looks like Dowd wants to come back. He does a little slip slide there in the corner.
Still made up a lot of time, though. He lost some time picking up that banner. Then he cut all the way down the inside. Here's another look at what Carmichael was trying to do out there in Raynard's line. Just dives into that soft loam, cuts back to the inside. He actually had to hesitate just a little bit because he cut so quick. He almost hit the back tire of Dowd. Then here, pitching that back end out to the left, aiming down the inside. Takes the line right away. Dowd getting a lot of rebound after he landed. That bike bounced back up in the air.